In Sweden, 70% of the surface is covered by forest. The forest is and always has been very important to all of us. It is a place for recreation where we, thanks to the right of public access, can hike, camp, and pick mushrooms and berries. The forest also provides us with an outstanding raw material, which is the basis for everything from wood products for building houses and furniture to climate-smart packaging, books, and magazines. In addition, the forest has the fantastic property that it binds carbon dioxide, which helps us in our fight for the climate. At Holmen, the process begins in the forest. After careful and sustainable planning, where we take into consideration the biodiversity of nature, we harvest the trees that are ready for felling and deliver the wood to our sawmills and paper mills. In order for the forest to prosper, grow, and live on for many years to come, we plant at least 2 trees for every tree we harvest. We do not let anything go to waste. What cannot be used for sawn wood products becomes paper and cardboard. The same goes for the sawmill chips, which are used as raw material in paper making. The sawdust and bark become biofuel, which is used, for example, to produce heat and biofuel. When the logs arrive at the mills, we first remove the bark in a bark drum, and then the logs are cut down to wood chips. In order to make pulp, we need to extract the wood fibre. We do this by heating and separating the fibres in the chips mechanically in so-called refiners, a thermomechanical process that allows us to use a very large part of the raw material. Then we mix the fibres with large amounts of water to get the finished pulp. The refiners generate a lot of heat and steam, which is later reused in the manufacturing process. What you see coming out of our chimneys is simply steam. Then it's time to make paper on the paper machine. In Braviken, outside Norrköping, and in Hallstavik, north of Stockholm, we find Holmen Paper's 2 paper mills. We have 2 paper machines per mill, and together they produce more than 1 million tons of paper per year. Each machine is approximately 120 meters long and 9 meters wide. The job of the paper machine, to a large extent, is to remove water. When the pulp reaches the paper machine, it consists of about 99% water. The low fibre concentration in the pulp makes it possible to control how the wood fibres settle in the paper to ensure it has the right properties. When most of the water has been removed, we have a paper sheet, but it is still quite humid, so to dry the sheet further, it is passed between heated cylinders that squeeze out and evaporate the remaining water. Steam produced from the pulp mill is used to heat cylinders in the drying section. The speed of the paper machine is about 100 kilometers per hour. So from the moment the pulp enters the machines to a finished paper at the other end, it only takes about 15 seconds. When the paper comes out at the end of the paper machine, it is rolled up on a large roll called a tambor, or a drum roll. A tambor can weigh up to 40 tons and holds approximately 100,000 meters of paper. That's a lot of paper per day. If we were to roll out all the paper we produce in one day at Holmen Paper, it would go all the way from Norrköping to Athens and back. But even if we have a finished paper, we are not quite ready yet. First, the tambor must be cut down to smaller reels based on our customers' needs in terms of width and weight. This is done in the reel machine. To prevent the paper reel from being damaged during delivery to the customer, we provide it with a protective wrapping. The process is fully automated, and each individual reel is wrapped and marked with ID numbers and codes with information about paper type, basis weight, width, and reel weight. When it's time to deliver the paper to customers, it is usually done by truck, train, or boat. Holmen Paper's mills have their own ports, where the products are loaded directly for further transport to the entire world. Quite simply, an efficient way to deliver our paper, and good for the environment. Paper has an incredibly wide range of applications. Today you will find our paper mainly in books, direct mail, and magazines. For example, many paperbacks in Sweden are printed on our paper, as well as weekly magazines, just like Polish schoolbooks, fashion magazines from Mexico, and notebooks in China. You can find our paper all over the world. Despite the digital world we live in, paper is still an important communication channel. Studies show that there are many benefits to learning and recognition when you're actually holding a book or magazine. Paper is increasingly viewed as an environmentally friendly raw material. Because when we use the fresh fibre as the raw material, we do the climate a favour. Together we create a sustainable future.